What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And I did a video talking about President Trump being rugged and raw and all of those things. It was about James Woods' comments that he assigned to President Trump. And I said, I respect those. I respect those attributes. But I played a clip from MSNBC that I think we need to expound upon, because I didn't want that video, the first one, to go too long, addressing this propaganda that's about to, hit your ears. So right now, if you are sensitive or squeamish in regards to hearing or seeing propaganda, or if you got a weak stomach when it comes down to the poop that the liberal media shovels out, you might want to turn away. But I think all of y'all are built for it, tough, and can handle it, or you wouldn't be on my channel. Now, with that being said, let's listen to how they describe the war of words between Barack Obama and President Trump. Let's listen.
His predecessor in a heavyweight war of words. It began when Barack Obama this weekend used a speech to college graduates. He took a subtle but unmistakable and very public swipe at President Trump's handling of this pandemic.
Okay, what did he say?
This pandemic has finally torn back the curtain on the idea that so many of the folks in charge know what they're doing. A lot of them aren't even pretending to be in charge.
President Trump arrived back at the White House a short time ago. He talked to reporters and offered a very brief response.
Now, understand this, first of all. When you step on a dog's tail, it will scream. That is how you know that you hit the spot, that dog has been hurt or injured. Now, Barack Obama has been fairly quiet, even when Trump sometimes might even throw up something or say something about him, like, all right, the last administration didn't do nothing, okay, or whatever. He normally don't come out and respond, but for some reason, he's been responding quite often, and he's doing it in sly, slick ways instead of being straight to the point like President Trump is, where he says, I'm talking about Obama. He's like, some of the leaders are showing that they don't know what they're doing and all of that stuff. Which some? Who are you talking about? Barack? Huh? Can we be specific? Enough with the PC. I want you to just infer. You can't hold me accountable. I never said it was Trump, even though you all know who I was talking about. See, be a man. Be a man, Barry. Just say who you're talking about. But nonetheless, so he's been firing back at President Trump, or at Trump, on multiple occasions, which is kind of rare for Obama. Now you got to wonder, why is he doing that? Well, it's probably because A.G. Barr has stepped on his tail. All this stuff that's coming out about his involvement with the Russia collusion thing, it lets me know that sleeping dog, who was real content, laying there in the REM sleep, relaxed, paws crossed. Yeah, somebody came along and right on that tail. That's what happened. So now he's barking and screaming. And I love the way Trump handles it when a reporter addresses him. Now, unlike Obama, he's not going to mince words. Watch this.
Look, he was an incompetent president. That's all I can say. Grossly incompetent. Thank you.
And mic drop. Boom. Just like that. But now let's listen to what this reporter says.
NBC's Monica Albert joins us from the White House. Hey, Monica, this is the second time in just over a week that we've heard President Obama criticize the president, once in that tape of a call with supporters, and then yesterday. I get the sense that this is not the end of this, right?
No, it ain't over.
Likely not, Joshua. I think that's a fair bet and way of putting it. We have heard the president continually tout what he calls Obamagate in recent weeks, which is an unfounded conspiracy theory that he, his campaign, and his allies continue to spread, trying to raise questions about how President Obama may have been involved in the origins of the Russia investigation, of which there is no evidence. And that's
okay. That is the bulk of the subject that I want to address. It's not what President Trump said. It's not even what Barack said. If they want to go back and forth, I don't care. But listen to her just try to run interference on behalf of Obama and that corruption that everybody sees but the liberal media. Now, isn't it funny how they were able to see evidence and corruption against Trump during that whole 2.5 years of the investigation that wasn't there? I mean, all that time, they're like, I see that Trump is definitely compromised by Vladimir Putin. Trump could be a Russian agent. And what did happen between that meeting that took place in Trump Tower? Could it be that the president, so they made up all types of evidence in their creativity and in their mind when they were trying to go after Trump, but now all of a sudden they lack creativity. They lack the ability to look at a scenario and use some deductive reasoning and figure out that there was corruption. Obamagate is a real thing. She's sitting there talking about there's no evidence. That's the most important thing to say. Now, once again, they're setting themselves up for failure. Because see, when all this comes out, they're going to look stupid again when we play back statements like this one, with her saying there's no evidence, it's unfounded. And I'm thinking, you're a horrible reporter. You can't piece this together? I mean, normal, regular people that has some common sense is able to piece that all together, but you can't. Let's go over a couple of things, but let's listen to her statement one more time.
Continue to spread, trying to raise questions about how President Obama may have been involved in the origins of the Russia investigation, of which there is no evidence. And that's important because as we pivot away from the health crisis and see the president focus more on his re-election hopes for November, that's something we have seen dialed up. But it was notable to see former President...
Now, what she is trying to infer, for those that unfortunately are victims of MSNBC, what she is inferring is that, you know, President Trump is switching gears from the most important stuff, like the whole corona issue, and now he's starting to focus on campaigning. That's the reason that he's talking about this Obamagate. The same Obamagate stuff he's been talking about since this whole Russia collusion thing started, you mean? This didn't just fall out of the sky. There has been times where I think every rally that Trump has ever done, he's brought up Obamagate, he's brought up the Russia collusion hoax, all of this stuff. This just didn't fall out of nowhere. This is stuff that President Trump has seen because guess what? He's the president. He knows what they were up to. He has access to all types of intelligence, documents, stuff like that. Now, my question to this lady, are you so naive to think that President Trump is just winging it, pulling these statements out of the clear blue and throwing them out there knowing that you're going to hear people like this in MSNBC, CNN, all of them, president saying things, and again, he's making stuff up. There's no evidence. You don't think there's evidence? AG Barr is going around talking about it. I mean, when the Attorney General, AG Barr, starts hinting around to, it was a real nasty situation, you might want to pump the brakes on that. It's unfounded evidence. Him and his campaigners they're toting this. They're pushing this stuff. They're pushing without any reasoning. Well, obviously, she's not a reporter because all you got to do is look at the documents that have been coming out showing that President Obama was in a meeting when they were talking about Flynn. Sally Yates was like, why would you be unmasking Flynn? I was shocked when I heard he even knew about that. You know, Vice President Biden was in that meeting. His name is on a redaction of Flynn's name. I mean, nobody's curious. None of that stuff leaves a smoking gun for you to investigate. What kind of reporter are you? That's what I want to know. I mean, this is a gold mine of a story right out in front of her nose, but it's more important to push propaganda and try to make Trump look like he's just a man who's bitter and upset and hates Donald Trump. I mean, hates Barack Obama, probably because he's black and he wants to ruin his legacy. And now he's using the criminal justice department to go after his enemies. Unlike Barack Obama used all of the intel community to go after Trump. You mean like that? So you see then how they subliminally plant thoughts in their audience's heads. And I have to be there to call it out. I'm not going to let their audience be sorry. You know what I mean? See, let me tell you a story before we go. When I got to college, I was an athlete. Pretty fast, pretty athletic. Had the juice back then, y'all. Had the juice. Naturally talented. And we had to run 40-yard dashes. So the first 40-yard dash, I came in first. Coach was like, good job, Kevin. Good job. Get back on the line. The second one, I won. But because I was winning, I kind of cruised through the line. And the coach blew the whistle. Everybody go back to the line. Why? Because Kevin Ellerby didn't run through the line. And I'm like, but coach, I ran first. And his statement was, you know what, Kevin? Just being first doesn't matter. See, You're not running against everybody else. You're running against yourself. And I'm not going to let you be sorry. And I'm thinking, what does that mean? Speak English. Enough of the metaphors and stuff like that. Well, as I became a little wiser, I realized what that meant. That meant if he doesn't say something, if he don't stay on my back, I will allow myself to continue in a state of complicitness. I'm very, just straight up, I'm good. You know, I'm very, very relaxed right now with the minimum work, okay? And I was complicit in my own failures and hindering my own achievements. And if he didn't push me, I would take the path of least resistance. Somebody needed to be there to bring this to my mind. So I say, yeah, maybe I do need to look a little more into this scenario, because if somebody don't tell them, they will continue to be sorry. They will be content watching this garbage and going, yeah, Trump's coming up with another conspiracy, dear. Yeah, bring me another beer, all of that stuff. So anyway, with that being said, I enjoy exposing these bums. You know how it is. I do this for fun. I feel like Tony Montana. I kill for fun, man. I kill for fun. I expose these bums for fun. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to war, okay? I'm going to eat this fake news for breakfast, okay? All right? So say goodbye to the bad guy, okay? Because this is the last time you want to see a bad guy like this. I'll tell you that much, okay? Y'all remember that scene from the bar? It said, oh, okay, go ahead. Tell everybody. Yeah, go back and watch it. Where his wife hit him with the, what do you do, Tony? Huh? I mean, you kill people, you sell drugs. Oh, okay. Tell everybody, okay? Yeah, love him, love him. Anyway, so God bless. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe, notification button. Make sure you're still subscribed and your notifications are set to all. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out Extreme Tees. Put Kevin in the promo code. You get a 20% discount. And if you want to donate to Kevin at Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link below. God bless.